Mexico's white sand idyllic beaches are a tourist dream. Cartel violence is a nightmare. The recent killing of an infamous kingpin propelled some of Mexico's most popular travel spots, including Puerto Vallarta, into danger as hotel guests sheltered in place. Slowly, those advisories are lifting, but the U.S. State Department has Mexico under a level 2 travel advisory. Many travelers unsure of what to do with spring break plans coming up. So joining me live this morning is Triad-based travel agent Ginny Maurer of Cruise Planners. Ginny, it's always good to hear from you. You are a wealth of expertise in the travel industry. From your conversation with reps, what is your understanding of the current situation in Mexico right now?
So the current situation is actually very put in different sections. So the main area that we see people here in the Triad going to is Quintana Roo, which is actually still a level 2. The areas that are under the do not travel section or are level 3 with extreme caution are more on the West Coast. So I do always advise people to look at the Department of State website for the travel advisors and really dig deep into it, not just the entire country. I use the example that it's like saying, don't go to Washington, D.C. because there might be issues in California.
True. I mean, anything can happen anywhere. You have to keep your wits about you. What are you advising clients who already have spring break trips or even weddings booked, say, in the next month? Should they still go? Is it location specific, like you just said?
It is very location specific. A couple travel tips that I always give is to make sure that they do have someone here in the United States that has a copy of their passport, that knows where they're going, that has a contact information. Your travel advisor is a great person. I advise them to carry insurance. And one of the biggest tips is if you're going to an all-inclusive, do not wander off without someone with you or without a vetted, trusted, insured supplier. Don't just go, oh, I think I'm going to go with this random person and, go out on this tour.
I love what you said about giving someone here a copy of your plans. So let's talk about these resort towns. You mentioned Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo. They're known for those all-inclusive hotels. What should we do when deciding where to stay? All-inclusive versus, say, a regular service hotel, and the safety of each of those options?
So I think with anything, there are good and they're bad. Again, it's very important to not necessarily trust what you always read online or to investigate thoroughly. There are some that, again, your travel advisor is going to be able to note these are vetted, go here. If you are going to an all-inclusive, which does tend to be the most popular because they've got your food included, you're not having to leave that property.
Yeah.
Most of them, so that again adds that sense of security. If you do choose to go to a regular hotel or resort, without that, again, be extremely cautious when leaving. Make sure that you have that pre-booked. Where are you going to go? Who are you going to go with? And someone here, again, knows that.
That said, you bring up a good point. You have to get to your hotel from the airport some way. So what about cabs versus, say, hotel shuttles that are provided?
So hotel shuttles are always great. A lot of times, depending on the location, the hotel may not do that. There are, again, licensed and insured transportation companies that should be pre-booked. Again, making sure don't just go online and grab the first one.
And what about trip insurance? We've talked about that before. In what circumstances do you recommend buying it, and what does it cover?
Well, I always recommend travel insurance. Travel insurance is going to cover from the day you buy it to the day you get home for medical, flight delays, anything like that. And then there is actually another level of insurance if people wanted to look into this, is actually like an evacuation insurance. If you were somewhere and there was a war broke out or something, that they would basically get you out under those circumstances.
That's all good to know. Can never be too prepared, especially when traveling out of the country. Ginny Maurer, thanks as always for your time and travel tips.